How are we doing? We're back in here again. It's the base that never ends. Um, since last time, oh yeah, I was amalgamating that before, which is something I keep rambling on about doing and never doing. I need to go back and actually look at a few other things as well. Oh yeah, I was playing around with. I did actually play around with this, get a feel for some numbers, and yeah, like even one of these sulfur across here is pretty intense. Trying to minimize the number of builds, but I don't think I can. It's just going to be too much trouble. More trouble than it's worth. So I'll probably end up building like six. It's a lot though, six. Hmm. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. Maybe multiple unloads, I'm not sure. Maybe multiple unloads, and then I can just have four of these. Just concentrate it in one big pile and have like triple unloads or something. That might be the way to go. When come, I'll have to think about it more, and then we'll maybe come back to it, and then where am I? Oh yeah, because it's creative. It's weird. We'll come back to that one. That could be a weird one. Want to think of a way to build it in a way that's reconfigurable. If it's so I can change it should the need arise. But anyway, today, I need to revisit some of the other intermediates, and then we can hopefully drag them into the main save. Oh, there goes the ping. Very good. Very good. So first things first, I need to extend this track. Then, after that, Zavi, how you doing? Bring the T-junction up. Out yonder. That's threes. How you doing? How you been? Yep, so next one, this one, we need to turn stone into glass. Oh, sand into glass. Uh, I'm, I am a little sleepy today. Sand into glass. Um, and sand into silicon, and then it is sand into silicon. Silicon, sand and water. Sand and water into. Yep, this is what we're dealing with today. That thing. So a couple of smelters. I could probably just keep it all in the one build. Just have it cycle amongst itself. What is this crap? Oh, that's the electrolyzer. Okay. Um, idea what I was trying to do there. And why is it like that? Seriously. I genuinely have no idea what this is trying to accomplish. The hell? Trying to do? Or is this a failed copy and paste or something? I have a feeling it's failed copy and paste. It's just like it's the pumps are aligned to a thing that's not unloading. Hmm. I mean, this is hydrogen, that's chlorine, so it's not. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on there. I'm just looking at it, it's like, I don't even. Right, let's just grab it. Let's just move swiftly along. Um, grab, yeah, all of this. So, actually, before that, I'm gonna need this out there. That way I know what the crap sticks is going on. Oh, I need more. Yeah, so this will be processing the stone and the image side. I've been debating a few different ways of doing it. That's why I've been holding off on it. Because I need to do lithium processing as well. But that's a fairly significant undertaking. I think I need like, of this build, I need something like 14 or 18. Get the number. It's a lot. It's like from there down to there, possibly even all that. All these things that just get filed up into future me problems. Okay. Yeah, doing alright. Getting back to just what you're saying, Harvey. Doing alright. Just incredibly sleepy. It's been a long week. It's been getting near the end. Next step. This. Rotate to make a line to not that, apparently. And a blob. Get this stuff in. Pasted and doing its thing. Bloop bloop. Those chain signals. Getting rid of the redundant chain signals. That many so close is not a good thing. These ones are a bit space first, so it's fine. The power does. Don't have power though. Have power. Probably want something like that. If I was to hazard a guess. No. Oh, this is one of the older ones. Yeah, older ones. Alright, copy that one then. I rearrange things a little, the poles in a little bit after the first, very first one was made, so I need to go back and up the smelter one then. I was trying to make it consistent, but yeah, that happened. Probably Spellmaster's fault. Hey Vika, how you doing? Alright, so we've got the hydrogen and green production. Jamort, hello. Sand into glass, sand into silicone. How goes the K2? The K2 is going. It's I mean, what do we got? 1, 2, 3 effectively complete, almost oil. I started on oil, I just got to do some thinking at some point in between streams to come up with a solution. And now I'm just reconciling other stuff that sort of slapped down. Hey, Tucker Bear, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just reconciling the older stuff and changing it up a little bit, bringing it into consistency, if anything. Smell to there. The moon dust. Well, it will be. That's a little wonky. Have wires. Do I not copy the wire? Copy the wire. No, I placed it the wrong way round. That explains a lot. It really does. Got to rotate. There we go, that's better. A heck of a lot more sense. when you do it that way. Don't grab the wrong side. Yeah, this again has the regular signals, not chain signals. Any outie, any yes. Is it any? Or is it an outie? Or is it an Aldi? Okay, that is Immersite plate. I mean, also these are the wrong way round. So this build here should be over there, or possibly over here, the other side of smelting. Not entirely sure yet. Probably should be um, after smelting in theory, or before. Actually, not sure. One or the other. It'll be one or the other. Now, what am I missing? So, right, let's think about this. Rare metals is up in there now, or at least the processing is, and then the smelting is up there. Where does chlorine go? Chlorine goes wherever it wants to. Chlorine goes to rare metals processing, enrichment. I'm just stalling for Factorio lab to load. Chlorine then goes into hydrogen chloride. That one I do remember off the top of my head, and that is both of them. So rare metals and hydrogen chloride is the entirety of chlorine. And then I have a massive sneeze, and hopefully you didn't hear it. Oh, it also goes into... Oh no, lithium is a source of chlorine, which is kind of annoying. But apparently, according to Factorio Lab, according to Factorio Lab, it is a closed loop. Like, it compensates for itself. So, trust that it knows what it's saying. It's Spellmaster. And you haven't had your skull drum yet, so it's a little soon. Oh, that's just you in general. Okay. See. So it's not just the skull drumming, it's just you in general. Yep. I mean, I've already yawned a lot in like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So that's a summary as to what I feel like. Thursday, it feels like that. Just very sleepy day. Ease in while I think of it. The eventual plan is for these things is to have a trash supply and axe or something. Then I don't need to send the spiders out. The trash supply can build these bases. It was nice using the spiders, but it takes too long, and it's not automated. Therefore, I don't like it. Now I need the crystal of moon dust. I think that's made in a chemical plant. Yes. Oh yeah, you need nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Okay, so you are definitely after smelting then. Which is fine. Throw it a bit on the sick side? Oh, that's no good. Oh, it's either throat or tonsils. It's actually hard to tell the difference. The first line of defense when you have an infection, the tonsils, it always gets inflamed. Oh, the voice has been affected as well. Should also preface that by saying I'm a koala, not a doctor. So the medical understanding may be vague. And a sleepy one at that. Supposed to be sleeping for like 18 to 22 hours a day and haven't slept for 18 hours. Well, actually, it's not 18 hours yet. But it feels like I haven't slept for 18 hours. Dr. Mel practice. Koala practice. Koality practice, even, some would say. Hmm. The nitric acid complicates things. I've also been wondering about doubling up on these sidings. But we'll see. I might also end up just changing how that works too. I don't want to have to rebuild the bay. I wanted the line. I wanted a train main bus. That's why I went with this build. Some quality care. Yes. John wasn't actually aware of it, but Damsel doesn't like that stuff either. Doesn't like puns. There's a lot of people don't like puns on Twitch. Who else doesn't? I think there's a few people. Yeah, Banlish definitely doesn't. I've got him good a few times. Who else doesn't? Ah, I've gone blank. I keep thinking Dr. Doof, but I don't think that's right. So I'm pretty sure he's actually a source of bad puns as well. just the brain having a moment there. It's like, bah, as well. Oh dear. All right. Let's move swiftly along because I would like to get this progressed. Copy and paste a different one from, say, over here. That. I don't need that. I just need power somehow, somewhere. Change you over to moondust crystals. So I'll leave those in there for the moment. And let's see. How actually, what was the craft time on this thing? 30 set. Oh, that's going to be a slow one. Alright, so your nitric acid, your sulfuric acid. There's the charged up. Then we're going to need some belts. Some of these. Fancy chesty pants. Kajigas. And then moon dust. That's entirely unnecessary. Very unnecessary, actually. We only need one. That over. 1, 2, 3. No. No, I cannot. Alright, let's output the result. Just to see what we get up to. Not a lot. Up to. Speed up again. 3k and 3k. That's not exceptionally quick. 20k a minute. L. Pondering. I think that's the maximum beaconage that's possible. Right? Oh, it didn't actually copy, chest. That's a thing that happened. 151. suppose it's even less. I've got these faster. 7. Maybe it is it. Alright, so what are we up to? 1.7k. And the target for the moon dust crystals is 23k. What do I need? 95.2 apparently. Total kajigas. Consumption 12k, which is bearable. Entirely bearable number. Op. Should significantly boost it up to 3k. So that is 8. I could get away with 16. Up to 50. So it's still a manageable amount of liquid being consumed. Might make it conventional. We'll see. Having the multiple liquid loads and unloads and things are kind of annoying. They're falling out of favor with them. I mean, there is optimization to be had with it, but still. A little bit. Trouble is it doesn't really fit. Right, so taking that away. Now. That's actually a singular one, not a one. Complete one would be something like this. This side, because then I can grab the curve. Match what's already here. Stack it to where the top and bottom feeds onto one load. Yes, actually. That is a viable option. And that is something that Will did in his one. So yeah, that is perfectly reasonable configuration to also I had to stop and think about that for a moment. I was like, yeah, I don't normally of these builds, I don't normally do 8-way ones. They're normally by 4s. It's actually a fairly substantial build, comparatively. Realize this is a little bit off, but I'm going to pick it up and put it back down again. What was the total consumption? 15k a minute. It's actually not a lot. Could probably make it run off a single unload, diddly. And yeah, I was going to up again. Then it wasn't leaning on not doing a full unload. There. Oh, that's the same thing I was looking at before. Yeah, I have no idea what I was trying to accomplish there. That is strange. It's already sulfuric acid. Yeah, what I was thinking was just double up like that. Put up like that. So rearrange these down a little bit. Decon planner that removes pipes. Substation. Is it right? Theory, I can put it there. Getting dangerously close to. So 1 to 1. Okay. Handy. Ah. Does benefit me to move that over. Unfortunately, like, in theory it works, but in practice it doesn't really. Unless I slide it over a tile. Good tile. Update rolls in for Factorio. Do you mean the expansion, or just is there a? Because I don't actually know. Apart from the expansion, I don't actually know of an update coming. At least I haven't heard anything. The coal run. Guessing that's a no then. Or is there a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on that I haven't been keeping up to date with? I'm curious now. Seeing only coal and burner inserts. I've sort of done that. I mean, sort of, except for the burner inserters. Sort of always done that. It was really a no solar actually. 1000k science run. I'm not a big fan of expensive recipes. I suspect that's probably because of a certain Space X playthrough where somebody cranked up the science to stupid. That was a thing that happened. Get down slightly tighter. So space. Space is infinite. Actually, depends. I digits in. Hopefully it's not disastrous. I double tapped undo, and that had me worried there for a moment. Yes, I always sort of did with Colonel Will. I always sort of did the burner only, indirectly, but I haven't done a like a true burner only challenge. Trouble is that those challenges are kind of dumb and not really that interesting. Like the no belt, no movement challenge. It's you build belts so you move yourself everywhere, sort of thing. Eh, it's a thing, yes, definitely a thing. That like, what are you trying to go? Can't think of what it was. There was another one that was like that, but a lot better. It was where you were like God mode. You're moving around in God mode, and you had to do everything as roboports, and or using robots. I can't remember what that one was. I remember Rain playing it. Hoping to start a new base, maybe 2,000 a minute. It's a good goal. It isn't. Is that with the science multiplier as well, or is it the burner only 2k a minute? But yeah, the one where you could only do it through roboports. That one was interesting. PC can't handle the city grid. Yeah. Also, just a random thing. I have some German lollies here. Good old city grid. Just completely randomly because I saw the thing here. Yeah. It's Frutschgummi mit 25% Frutschgals aus Frutschenkraft Freizeit. That's right. German is very there's a lot of letters. German. It's also the text is really small. Mit Orangen, Passion, Frucht, Zitron, Frisch, Ananas und I can't even say it. In it's also I should also point out it's really tiny, so it's really hard to read. Himburgers Chickschmack. Please stop your ears are bleeding. I mean, I could keep reading it. It's the combination of a lot of letters that look like other English words and then also being really small. And the font is also just really does not help interpret the letters. Uh. Raspberry. Most of them you can sort of figure out what they are. Like, Orangen, I suspect, is orange. Passion fruit is, I'm guessing, passion fruit. And so on and so forth. Yeah, it's like, it's this little bag of, very rubbery gummy bears. Like, really rubbery gummy bears. It's, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's outright inducing, but Thunder's reaction is not inaccurate. That's a nut. What was it? It was Orange and Passion Frucht, Zitramen, Krish, uh, Ananas. Like, how do you even say that? Ananas. Signal's done ish. Speaking of future me problems, dealing with that. Pineapple. Doesn't pineapple have like a complete like English is the weird one out for pineapple? seem to remember that from seeing that somewhere. It was like the English word for pineapple is just like the most bizarre word ever of all of them. Like it's more normal in pretty much every other European language, continental European language. It's something more representative of what it actually is. Yeah, they're just I'm guessing it's Haribo. Like it was probably made by Haribo or something. There's no who actually made it. There's no indication who actually made it. Unless Worth actually do have like a lolly factory somewhere, which wouldn't at the same time wouldn't surprise me. Are a significantly sized company, so it's entirely possible that they legitimately do have a lolly factory. English is a mixture. Yeah, it is. English is. Oh, it's also Dutch too. There is Dutch in there. But yeah, it's French, German, Celtic, Dutch, Roman, all just thrown in a pot and melted down. Say it's a mess is a bit of an understatement. Actually deleted these already. Better spelling. Yeah, English is a little bit more efficient in terms of letters to words. Like, what is this one here? Pro Ben's Craft Consonant Rat. It literally takes the entire, or near 3/4 of a line and then hyphens onto the next line to continue on. French is a mess. French is, yeah, French is a mess. So I've heard, here's something with French. Apparently there's two types of French. There's posh French and then peasant French. Uh-oh, what do we got here?
What's this, gang? Bomb. B-O-M-B, bomb. T-O-M-B. Tom? No, that'd be too easy. You'd learn that and run outside and play. That's tomb. If that's tomb, is that boom? No, that's bomb. That's tomb. That's comb. Use your brain. Figure this out. C-O-M-B, comb. P-O-M-B, poem? No, that'd be too easy. Poem is P-O-E-M. Okay, P-O-E-M, poem. Use your brain now. H-O-E-M, home? Sit back down.
That's brilliant.
Home is H-O-M-E. All right, H-O-M-E.
That's great. Yeah, that is pretty that is pretty accurate. Yeah, check that link out. To see the rest of that. That's like I was trying to think of the comedian earlier. There's one Colonel Will mentions. Welsh or Scottish? Oh, those Welsh in Scottish. Scottish isn't too bad, but Welsh is just chaotic. It's chaotic. Although I suspect there's a little bit of antagonism towards the the English there with the way Welsh is. It is the way it is, just to be antagonistic. Don't know if it's true or not, but it really wouldn't surprise me. Longest name in history, yeah. It's a thing. It's like that we were talking about a few weeks ago, the place in New Zealand. Okay. So because I've already forgotten, I do actually need to do this again to remind myself. What did I put? I mean, admittedly, I could just double stack these or even triple stack these because it's so slow. Yes. Oh, said it, are you? I see how it is. There. So with all the old coal pits, it's yeah, it's a very it is very much icon. Wales is very iconic for the Industrial Revolution. Bunsen, it's not going well. Oh, you be there. Should be there. You delete you. Now it should be going. Excellent. All right, they're all turning. Oh, that's right. It's like 3.5. Open the pits and convert to smokeless coal. That part of the problem is it's a mixture of no one's buying the coal and the coal quality is not amazing anyway. Trying to, I don't remember where the good coal comes from in England though. I don't remember if it was Wales that was the good coal or if it was up north, further up north. This is the thing that I got to before and then forgot to do. 7 more. Think the update or expansion will give us some burly bots? I suspect it won't. I don't see any reason why they would want to, um, I like the way Kvorix has sort of design process has been, is that I don't see him introducing them earlier. Like he's gonna want to, I can see him wanting to stage it out. So make it go. I'm sort of expecting it to be something that's AT follow button. Yeah, for sure. I expect the game to progress like it normally does, then expand out naturally in either mid game or late game. I don't expect it to completely change early game. That's what I'm thinking of. At the same time, I could be completely wrong, and it does actually completely change early game. So we're using Think A minute. What's that? It's 8 minutes. And fluids is 8 60. Yeah, I can double stack these. Like something like that. Maybe not necessarily exactly like that, but something like that. Okie day. See, now that I've stacked them, I've got to figure out how to get all the crap in there. I actually took in this I actually took it's Factorio. There's actually an option for early start, boosted start, and I took it for this one. This gives you a early it gives you the power armor with the bots. Start with a few bots, extra thingies. Could be in here somewhere. The Lucifer appears. Thanks. Could actually potentially change that. Yeah. Actually also had a and Benny, hey. Actually, I did at one point. I did actually make my own fast start mod. I mean, everyone's pretty much got their own now. So many of them. Take the top 180 degrees to make it possible. I think you might be onto something there. What I was when I started thinking about this, what I was thinking of something possibly that. It needs a T junction anyway. And then I was thinking about so the follow-up thought to that was how do I another option is to rotate it sideways. Actually, I don't even need that. A bop. So it only has one on the side now. That worked a lot better than expected. Really did. Yeah, that can go in there. And then that actually works really well. Construct all the pipes then. Merge the center. Probably a little bit overkill, but fine. So I could be cleaning all this out. Okay, I really will be cleaning it all out. Staying corrected. That actually worked out a lot better than like I didn't think it was going to work, and it actually did work. Yeah, it didn't even lose beacons, amazingly. That was actually the same thing that was working for me. Oh, yeah. Quite right. It even conveniently doubles up on um, the yeah, the output. Like it just shifted over and it's done. Oh yeah. Did I mention the sleepy koala is sleepy? That's why the substation had to be over there. Can't get the belt in otherwise. I did it the wrong way around. I was meant to move the one. This N one is the odd one out, because it's on the far side, not the close side. I think that's it. It will probably tell me if it isn't right. Except I don't want to go there. Just to practice. So auto save. Doesn't look the best. Certainly gets the job done. Just random go. That's right now. Now I need to do is join these up to the correct one. It's a simple matter of joining up to the correct one. Possibly go wrong there. Yeah, there we go. Ah, ball. The Veldak. Out of hiding. Still working in a real office. Alright, so you should all be juiced up and ready to go. Yep, they're already spinning. Anticipation. Ah, it was uncool. The old classic sideways thingy. Alright, what are we at? 6.8. 48, 49, basically 50. So that's down to 8 minutes because it's 400k fluid a minute. 29. That's slow. So it's I mean, it's a good thing that it's slow. When I say still slow, it's legitimately a good thing. Uh, so, heat is so it needs 3.3 of these. So it's down to needing 4 builds that do the shine, that do the moon dust crystal thing. And as I say before, we could double it up. Um, which means instead of 6.2, it's 13.6. Two of those builds collectively does 27.2, which means I only need 2 builds. So if I just take all of this, double it up top, done. Or I could just these and just have slow builds, which is also a perfectly reasonable solution. Disadvantage. The only disadvantage would be potential for unbalancing. It probably doesn't matter. Side. I need to deal with the that stone line there. I think it's stone at least. Either stone or iron, I don't remember. Second one is gonna line up. Every other one won't. Okay. The next big concern is these giant chain blocks. Can save 2 load stations? In theory, I could run these down into this container. Also in theory, because it's only making 23k a minute, you're pretty much always going to have a train. Like, these are never going to really back up. And when they do, it's just going to get sucked dry pretty quick. So the things that I'm worried about, not an issue. Might as well, whoop, yeah, double up on it. Get her done. Would like to jump back into the main map and start in the bringing this stuff in. Because at some point I want to do the ME refill. That would be nice. At the very least, just a change of pace. Because doing all this creative stuff for weeks on end, it's a little repetitive. It's nice to mix it up a little bit. It's either that or I just spend a week doing Timberborn. You could do that in like week or two time. Let's mix it up with some Timberborn. Or a different game. You know, them other game things. Shocking, I know. but other games do exist. Let's work out some nuclear setups with current one. There's 4 gigawatts of power, but you have to have the next one get the output. Oh, do you mean the neighbor bonus? Because normally for me, or with reactors, the most you get out of it is one. I mean, I like how I have to pipette it every time. Yeah, the most you can get out of it is these two here. So these two get the highest neighbor bonus. So these will be. Oh, won't tell me the neighbor bonus. Yeah, it's getting the. Is it 100% neighbor bonus, whereas this one's getting the neighbor bonus of 3. Because it's cardinal direction, or north, south, east, west only. The diagonals don't count. And then if you have one up there, physically can't get anything in here, even though it's got the best possible combination. The way I worked it out is that 8 is about as is a good compromise. It sounds like you got probably. I was to hazard a guess, probably about that many. What is that? 20, maybe 26. The biggest problem with doing it this way is getting the heat out in a reasonable and not spaghetti-like manner. So I tend to stick to this build here because it keeps the heat pipes fairly and the pipes fairly compact. Go back to work. Alrighty, have a good rest of the day. I'll try not to butcher any more German, except for this Brien's Askrafels and Zaxfant. That did not come out anything like what I was reading, but that is a word that consumes nearly the entire line. So there is that too. And some reactors at the bottom boosting the heat up. Reached it. And shoot the heat up to the max level. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm very much a fan of smaller blocks. They're not the most. These things though aren't the most efficient, but it just saves on. Like it doesn't need any pipe, or it actually only needs 3 pipe per thingy. And it makes 1 gigawatt or 1.1 gigawatts. Technically, it can make 1.1. But it's again, it's not actually making it. A real fun one is nuclefaction, where you use reactors to power cold liquefaction. It's a fun one, worth trying. It's a complete side tangent, but it's a fun one. Highly recommend trying it to anyone who hasn't. It's like one reactor generating the steam for bunch of oil refinery, or 2, I think. I actually. Oh no, I did in Factorio extended though, so it was quite complicated. Now the advanced chemical plants won't rotate for some reason. The rest should. Oh, no rail signals. Move those. then I don't need that. Haven't done that. Is doing all the wood gathered. Heat up boiler. 1.5 million. Yeah, that's another one is burning through the wood that way. Good one. Bonk. Oh, these are symmetric, that's right. I was like, how does that work? Didn't compute. Did not want to compute. And I realized. Pull it a little bit closer. Doesn't need to be spread out that far. I mean, I fully appreciate that the game technically is infinite space, so you don't need to cram it up really tight, but there is benefits to cramming it much tighter together. Namely, it means the trains don't have to travel as far, which means they're not buying chain blocks as long, amongst a whole host of other little benefits like that. Shame you can't use reactor fuel for boiler. Yeah, that is a bit of unfortunate. They sort of do give it to you with the nuclear fuel though. They sort of give it to you that way. In a roundabout way. Because those can be shoved into boilers. Odds. Right. Ah. Answer. Blah, blah, blah. Where is it? There it is. Doing. Hello. I sort of trailed off there. Gitomicus. Dimensioning 20 boiler, 40 engines work if you had the boilers lined up a piping and feeding the engines back. Not just one. Yeah, it should. The only reason you do difference between the two, typically it's something like that. Yeah, it's no different to olden times when you do that. Type like that. The only argument against doing something like that is just minimizing pipe. At least back in the day, that was minimizing pipe was king. And so, yeah, even though you could do the steam engines, it's just easier to do a block like that and have no straight pipe at all. Okay, yeah, that's nitric acid. Goes there. Grab the machine as well. We'll chug-a-lug away. Pipe. Because, of course it's wrong. I need to fix the other beacons too. Copy them all properly. Correctly. Did I? No, that was wrong. Don't actually have an output. Because it's 4, not 2. It's all things being equal. Just do that. Yeah, just like that. It drains out pretty quick. Similar story with this. I'm legitimately not... You know what, now that I think about it, I did see it in the production graph, only running half. But I didn't, like, the brain didn't notice, so to speak. Saw it but didn't register that it wasn't actually running correctly. So that should be 13.6, 14. Which is 28, which is more than what's needed. Thankfully, I don't actually need 95.2 of these stupid things. One tile away from the track. No, not that one. One tile off. That. So it's actually pretty much exactly where I placed it. Not that I can place any more. Oh, there we go. Place one there. Good enough. Consistency's sake, that means I'm going to need to place one here. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a mess. Back to that. Or I'll just ignore it entirely forever. So let's tidy this up. This one is nitric acid. Uric acid. I can't actually say acid unload because it's either nitric acid or sulfuric acid. This one is moon dust unload. That up there. Exclamation mark mods. Thingy acid up there, and water acid up there. One... That's also old. Yeah, exclamation mark mods to see the mod list. Yeah. That would help. We should talk about the very difference between left-hand drive or right-hand drive. Ah, steering the pod, I see. What about middle-hand drive? Where it's total anarchy and you just drive around with your middle finger out. I suppose the closest train equivalent of that would be to have a train system without any signals. You have it go the right way, not the wrong way. Exactly right. They'll get lost if they go the wrong way. It is exactly right. Way too much brain power for this time of the day. Like far, far too much brain power that I have left. Thankfully, I already wired it, apparently. Hey, entirely. Only have one train then. Was a playthrough Intertooth did, where he had an entire train system without signals. That was thing, to say the least. Exciting as well. Definitely exciting to watch. Brain power? Never heard of it. What's that thing? Brain power is a thing that is extracted by coffee juice. With ample coffee juice, you can extract brain power from the brain. Oh, that's really annoying. Right, we'll set up the combinators, and well, that's the outputs anyway. That's this thingamajigama here. Probably be this thingamajigger here. Turn will be that wire there. The red doesn't actually reach. The stupid reach that this thing has. Okay, so that doesn't reach either. You can already see the reach on the warehouse is ridiculous. Requires a brain. Oh yeah, there is that prerequisite, is that you do actually need a brain to unlock brain juice. Yes, yes. Right there. No brain, no brain juice. On the plus side, no brain juice. Limit via that. Go. Oh yeah, it's actually got enough. Squishy, how you doing? Hello. Okay. Up. Hopefully, all of the combinator madness done. Nearly done. Many don't have a brain these days. It's one of those yes and no things, because in a way, yes, but also in a way, many never really had one to... It's sort of not a new thing. legitimately is not a new thing. Right, so your moon dust, your nitric acid, whatever the hell nitric acid is. Acid. This one is lazy. Got to be one around here somewhere. Sure of it. What over here? There must be one over here, considering it actually uses it over here. Oh, it's set to copper. That's right. Another thing that I still haven't done. There it is. There we go. That's the other thing too. Most of them have a brain and they don't use it. It's in mint condition, still in its box. Dust. Set train limits. That's enter train. Not that it really matters. And your acid. Zero because they're fully laden, so it doesn't need it. 106. So there is one train load available, and so it's outputting one to the green wire. It is also turning the stop on. Yep. Now we just need to do them. As I hyperactively zoom in and out. I'm sure isn't making you seasick at all. Oop, there. Ah, you, there, you go there, you go there. I was looking, I was like, why won't that? Oh. And you go down there. So, limit. Well, let's just copy and paste. Make life easier. Say thanks, you say thanks. Oh yeah, because it's loaded up. Ah, balls, that was wrong. Train limit, you're the train limit. So it was just the one that I overwrote. X. Oh, the thing is actually full too. Okay then. Guess I'm gonna need a way to delete them now. It's going down. Managing to delete it all. Yes, as soon as it starts catching up, it catches up fast. Straight up to 14k. That's right. What? Let's remove the debug stuff. And done. Just building this crap takes so long. Unbelievable. Might as well set up a, can I even set up a decon planner for it? Yes, I can. Everything? Ooh. Now I just need 2 of them. A bit of that. It has 2. Go. Very close junction right there. Speaking of that, and done. Yeah, just get it all good. Okay, now we just need a radar. Place active. There. So that is Immersite power, Immersite crystal from Moondust done. Indeed, that's an like an early intermediate. I think that's everything done now as far as the early stuff goes. I think. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Evil Reyes. Red Rafe. Hey. Nice. Nice raid. Reyes. What were you on? I didn't actually see what you're up to today. Up to. Thank you, Veldak. I was actually about to do that as well. Hey, Grizzly. Oh, you're doing Occupy Mars. That's right. I did actually look at what you were up to earlier. It's an interesting game. It's a Occupy Mars. Saw that a few days ago. It's a hardcore space survival game, kind of like Space Engineers or what's the other one? Empyrean. Kind of like those. Does have a little bit of that that jank. Open here. Open here. Open X. How you doing? Chat just had an absolute freak out then. Went a little longer. Got to head to work. All right, have a good one. Yes, great. You know, I'll have to hit you up and probably tomorrow and find out about how you've been going with Occupy Mars. As I was saying, I did get to see you doing a little bit of it earlier. I didn't get to see much. Space Engineers is hardcore. I don't think I understand that term anymore. Space Engineers is a thing, shall we say. It's a thing. It's also not a thing, in the sense that we all wished it was Minecraft in space, and it never quite fully achieved its goal of being Minecraft in space. It's like crystal. Outside of like nitric acid or ammonia production. I was planning on doing that elsewhere though. Like in the next one of the next builds down. I suppose I could stack the lithium into this thing. Don't know if it'll fit though. Remember what this thing does a little while ago. Right, stack it there. Oh. All those Minecraft clones. Yeah. Uh, I'm sort of glad that we're out of that era. Every game being a new early access open world survival game. Oh, that's right. This also generates chlorine, so it's actually beneficial. Yeah, because down there is where the chlorine generation is, so have it around here. The consistency and so on. Yeah, the problem is these things aren't terribly quick. This is generating... Okay, 3.8, 2.9, 3.8. Probably need to average it out. What's the total? 20k. $1 game. Players pay the development of it. Yeah, everyone. It was a legitimate gold rush. Um, what was it? It was another game that he came. He actually came from several other. There's one Ike was playing. Not sure actually worked on that. But he'd also worked on another game called Infiniminer, and that was like the main inspiration for Minecraft. It was what the hell was it? It was that open world survival adventure game, MMO. Miner is a free flash game. I think it was, yeah. I'm pretty sure he had something to do with that. That's 16. Yes, it is. So I got the average, and then I sort of completely distracted. So I need 20k. What is it? 5 to 15. 7. 7 of those does the job. Hey. I flip. No, I can't. Of course you can't. Why would you be able to flip a blueprint? Why would you? This way then. Tools, no. Should be good. Yes, yes. Nah, might as well give it. Standard track. 1 unit of standard track spacing. Actually line up with that. And there we go. Excellent. Alright, if I was feeling particularly motivated, I would actually plug some of this crap in. I can manage to. Seems to be a significant struggle though. There we go. Then I can copy all that. That to 4, 6. Room at this rate. 7. Yeah. That's nearly as tall as the altar. Still manages it. That's it. Oh, that's actually the end. So there. That built out. Called actual lithium chloride though. That's a good question. What does chloride need? It's the white powder. Mineral water and hydrogen chloride. If this one is first, I might as well put it there because it's also mineral water. Or I incorporate it into oil. Or the mythical chemistry build, which has the nitric acid. Other crap. So I don't want to do too much more here. I think this is going to get pretty busy. Still wondering about doubling up on this here and increasing the spacing. Might be a wait and see though. Because this thing has to handle both sides, so it's potentially very busy. Them coming out. Hmm. We'll see what happens. Just YOLO it, as they say. That. Probably consider putting the chemical plants back, or the electrolysis plants back. Minor details. Ashy. We're not interested in minor details here. Only glaring omissions. Even then, it barely acknowledged glaring omissions. Oh. Allow for the the output. As I was saying, we don't have time for glaring omissions. It should be produced, yeah, 40, 50k chlorine a minute. But as of right now, it doesn't actually go anywhere. Well, it does go somewhere. It goes to this pipe. It's... Good question. Where is it going? I mean, it's equalizing out, so it's being deleted somewhere. I just don't know where. Luna, how you doing? I'm genuinely puzzled by that. That's all that's producing. Is something else running? Oh, it was actually producing it. Where the hell's it going then? Done. Because if it's producing 52,000 chlorine a minute, it's got to be going somewhere. Oh no. Maybe it actually isn't plugged in after all. I mean, I'm going to have to do something about it, I suppose. And that it is a significant... Yeah, there's the supply pipes. Water. And whatever the hell that crap is. Hmm. Pretend to ignore it for now then. Oh. I can actually... Ba-da. Ba-da. So be accurate. Nope, it's too off. It's just a good old end piece. There we go. So... Yeah, those, it's just backing right up. Yeah. Oh, loss. See if I can cram a single load at the top. Could be difficult. How we do? Da-ba-da. Yeah. Slightly offset each pipe. Hopefully not making a mess in the process. Hopefully. That is all of it. Line that up with the bottom one, but apparently not. Excellent. I'm not going to regret that later. Ooh. All right. At 7 This is gonna get worse before it gets better. This calamity. What? Specifically... Ew, have I deleted it? Might have accidentally deleted it. Oh no. Lubricant will do. It's not, exactly where... close enough facsimile to... Should be. The whole thing this time. Properly. What's this? Me? Dumb koala doing things properly? Feeling ill? I see the issue now. If only you could have, like, underground tracks. Yes. Up there. Then again, the topic of underground tracks, that's old news now, isn't it? It's all about the jumping trains, isn't it? Ain't got time for no regular train switching around. Only got time for jumping trains. Alright, we'll balance out the load. Really? I suppose 48k isn't that much. It's just shy of okay. 20k apparently. Ah, it's not extracting it quick enough. It's really surprising. Perhaps should be something more like that. So one downside to the balancer mechanism is that it does slow down, or the pump balancer mechanism, that is, because it's got to equalize everything. $45. Those are drained. Drain. Le drain. Okay. Oh, it's actually sucked it dry now. Probably going unnecessary. Add number to the balancer. Can work. I mean, admittedly, at this point, it's evened out, or it's sucked everything out, so it's sort of fine now. I'll probably keep this as is, just because it can drain it out and get it going quicker. Keep it drained. So that's 22k lithium emit. 20? 20, yeah. So that's lithium done. Nearly got this complete. 954, so let's quickly dish it off. Say it's done-ish. There's a distinct bit of track lag going on now, though. It's hiccuping and placing is... like, you do get a bit of slowdown when you're placing blueprints, but that is definitely track lag mixed in there. Okay. Thank you. Save. Position of the substation. Weak so. Radio track lag. Fast. It's a function of how many signal nodes there are. And because there's just like there's a lot of track here and a lot of signal blocks. Like there's a lot, and that's pretty much what's contributing to it. So my PC is a bit of an not an antique at this point, but it's not the most modern thing anymore. So it's probably feeling the penalty of lack of memory bandwidth compared to something more contemporary. Which have as much trouble with track lag. Spacing? Don't seem right at all. Other 4 lanes is prior to rail lag. It's not that this style of track, it's just there's a lot of it. Also, having... It's not really any different to anything else I've done. If anything, it's probably having all these stackers everywhere, which is a bit unusual. Like, it's a bit... It's not as a standard sort of build that I would do. Would typically be a lot more efficient. Yeah, so I'd say it's more to do with this particular style of base. How this base is built more than anything else. More than just, like 4 lanes in general. That was it. Do I need a stacker at each build? Yeah, for what I'm intending, I do. Bingley? Part of the plan. Plan. Because yeah, the idea is that the trains all sit on this big long bus here. It's meant to be a kind of like a belt bus of trains. That's the idea. They can. I'll look at the time usage. It actually is. A bit of a kick on trains. 80 so, I think a bit of that was lure, garbage collection. Keep looking at the circuit networks and it's like 182, but no, it's actually 0.182. Paste that. Yeah, train pathfinder. Look at that one. Oh, 21 milliseconds. That's track lag. Yeah, this build. Oh, it's not the trains pathing that's doing it. It's the memory operation as it's building the list of actual connections of all the different train blocks. That was always the misconception, was that the Pathfinder itself is really efficient. It's the the memory operation looking up the track nodes that was it. Oh, and also the the actual graphical rotation too. Oh, here we go. If I get it wrong, seating will show up and yell at me. So it must be right. So I'm pretty sure it's right. Like, the amount of track here is comparable to my other Megabase, like the entire map. This is a lot of track. Also, it's 10 o'clock, which is convenient because I didn't quite finish it, but we got pretty damn close. That though. So I'm happy with the result. Got the MSI going, got that going. These two are the wrong way round, so this is meant to be here and this build is meant to be there. They're meant to swap these two, basically. I'm still gonna find somewhere to put the lithium chloride though. Whether or not I put it there though, don't know. It needs, as I say, it needs hydrogen chloride and mineral water, which is probably better somewhere else. Would go into anything else, just idle curiosity. Oh, nitric. Okay, yeah. So mineral water goes into nitric acid, so we'll do the lithium chloride there. The downside is it means that it'll be either with the oil or over here, which means the lithium chloride train travels a pretty long distance. I was to do this another way. I'm not entirely sure how I would do it though. I suppose I could convert it to a hexagon base, but I don't want to do that. Technically, each hexagon would be kind of roundabout as well. Be lazy into hexagon. But what it would really be is, if you've ever played City Skylines, there's a thing you can do that everyone used to do with industrial districts, where you would have this grid of roads, and and you would alternate between one-way roads that would go like from right to left, and then left to right, and left to right, and then you do the same vertically. And if I was to do a hexagon base, I would do something like that. So the end result is like it would go that way, and then this would be the up. We'd end up with a circle rotating that way, and then clockwise, and then the one above it would be anti-clockwise, and clockwise, anti-clockwise. That should be pretty efficient for trains. It's one of those things that I actually theoried out a long time ago, but I've never tested. Tracking as hell. Oh, for railways, it has improved. It has been made better, but for what I'm describing, that's specifically for road. It was this industrial. Well, I always did it for industrial districts, but you could do it for everything, and it just sort of trivialized traffic. The one lane thing isn't as bad as when it back in what 20. That game come out in 2015. Holy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out in 2015. On that note, go to bed.